What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged and Undocumented. I'm the Big Pen Jimbo, coming at you live with Rafe, one half of the Twin Magic.
Hey, oh.
And our resident illegal man down on the bottom, Mr. Cruz.
Please excuse our laughter. We were just engaging in shenanigans before we hopped on.
Hey, man. No shenanigans, just that shenanigan.
And gentlemen, may I say, in the great words of Bruce Buffer, we are live.
Indeed, we are.
There's some things that only certain people should say, and that should be one of them.
This is true.
Because you know we're not paid to do that.
Facts.
I hope he does it. I hope he does that at WrestleMania. That'd be sweet.
Oh, dude,
Right?
I would cry.
So awesome. Speaking of wrestling, that is tonight's topic, gentlemen. We're going to be doing a recap of Monday Night Raw, and I thought it was a pretty good show. It was pretty decent matches that happened last night. So, Cruz, what you got for us, man?
Absolutely. It was absolutely a really good show. And really quick, for anybody that joined me and Rafe on the live, we appreciate it very much. It went pretty well. Hopefully we get to continue to do more live watch-alongs. I think we talked about doing more Raw. We talked about doing NXT, possibly SmackDown, and maybe the PLEs. But we do appreciate it very much for y'all joining in.
Agreed.
All right, let's go ahead and hop into the show. Now, the very chaotic show that it was. So we open, of course, as is tradition with WWE now, with all the talent showing up to the arena. Then the camera stays on one particular car as it pulls up to the arena. It is, of course, CM Punk returning after his attack by Drew McIntyre last week.
I gotta chime in really quick.
What's up?
Did anybody else think it was funny that he pulled up, got out of his car, not only left the car running, but left the door wide open?
Yeah, left the door wide open. Away. Yeah, people pointed that out too. People were like,
somebody's gonna steal his shit.
Me and Megan were watching the show. Megan goes, "Is he not worried about somebody stealing his car?" I was like, "Oh no."
I'm like, nah, he'll be fine.
He was buy another one.
Yeah, for real. The company will buy another one. So we follow him all the way out to the ring. He grabs a mic and begins saying he's at the point in his career where sometimes people ask him how many matches he has left in his old bones. Same, I feel you, Punk. Got my old man bones. Depending on how you feel about him, the answer is either wildly disappointing or tremendously exciting, because the answer is way more than you think. When he came back to WWE, he said he didn't come here to make friends, and that didn't necessarily mean he came here to make a mortal enemy. That's what he's done. So much so that the only way to end this with Drew McIntyre is in Hell in a Cell. He feels naive to think this would be over because he touched 4 turnbuckles in Berlin, and maybe Drew was a little bit naive to think it would be over because he jumped him in Chicago months ago. But he's just too damn stubborn, and Drew's fatal mistake in all of this is not getting the job done. Now things are drastically different. People can ask him how many Hell in a Cell matches he has left in him, and the honest answer is 0. Which he did mention his sister asked him, fans have asked him, and his wife AJ asked him how many times, or how many more matches, how many more Hell in a Cell matches do you have? And he was like 0. But he said he's willing to do it one more time against Drew. Yeah. His little sisters asked him not to do this. His wife has asked him not to do this. The angel on his shoulder begged him not to do this. Armed with all of this information, please allow him to explain why he is going to do this, which was pretty cool when he said that. If you push him hard enough, he becomes the devil himself, and the devil in his heart says the only way this ends is in Hell in a Cell. The same heart Drew promised to get to stop beating, and he can't promise he won't end McIntyre because he doesn't make promises he can't deliver on. So his promise is he's going to make Drew bleed, and he promises that McIntyre will have to kill him because he is prepared to die and for this heart to stop beating. He's had a great career, and if this is the end, so be it. And if he's prepared for this to be the end of Drew McIntyre, Punk will see him in hell. So if he's going down, he's taking Drew with him.
May I say I am looking forward to this match?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
I am too. This is going to be an extremely intense match between these two, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it was a pretty good promo and whatnot, but not CM Punk calling himself the devil.
Bruh.
Not CM Punk saying that you made a mistake and you didn't kill me.
Yeah,
Well,
when he said that, me and Cruz were like, "What the fuck?"
I was like, yeah, bro. He pulled
like,
a Thanos from the Avengers. He's like, you should have aimed for
right?
that.
Yeah, right. It's like, man, this is
But
a
yeah, that was
little
a pretty,
dark,
yeah, that was pretty, a little bit edgy of a promo nowadays. So we'll
For
see.
real.
We'll see how that.
It's not every day you got a superstar referring to himself as the devil.
Yeah.
Whatever works though.
Yeah. So we'll see how that works
Yeah.
out as we march towards Bad Blood here in
Hell
a few
yeah.
weeks. Then we cut to Sheamus backstage being interviewed about his recent altercation with Pete Dunne. He says he's taught Pete Dunne too well, and he really hit him where it hurts. Not his hand or his back, but when he took the dream of the Intercontinental Championship from him. And now it's time to inflict pain on his protege. He begs the crowd not to call him Butch because he hates it. And if he said Butch over and over again, well, we all saw what happens. Tonight, Pete Dunne becomes his Butch, and he has Portland if they're ready for a banger before making his entrance and sending us to a so the first match was Pete Dunne versus Sheamus, which was actually a really good match.
Yeah, it was
very hard hitting, very back and forth.
I love the spot where he looked at him, Sheamus looked at him and called him a bitch.
Oh my god, that was hilarious, bro.
hell yeah.
Dude, that whole match cracked me up.
Sheamus the GOAT.
Yes. But yeah, they go back and forth. They get all their big moves in. Towards the end of the match, though, we saw Sheamus try to go for the shillelagh. Ref grabs it out of his hands. Ref turns around, doesn't see Pete Dunne pull a cricket bat from underneath the ring and smack Sheamus with it.
Where the hell did that cricket bat come from?
That is a good question. That is a great question.
That was like the most random weapon pull I think I've seen in a long time.
That was, yeah.
I blame James Ellsworth.
Bro.
You can't blame the Chinless Wonder.
Bro, the GOAT, the Chinless Wonder. That dude needs to come back. But yeah, pops him with the cricket bat. Actually beats him with the bro kick. Of all moves, of course, adding insult to injury. And Pete Dunne picks up the win.
Boo, and it has the burger.
Yeah, boo indeed. Then we cut the back. Then we cut the backstage with our new favorite tag team, the Terror Twins. When they run into Jey Uso, Jey Uso says he's gonna have his eyes on Damian Priest match tonight. When Xavier Woods rolls up, he says he hasn't seen eye to eye with Damian in the past, but they also have an issue with the Judgment Day, and he asks Priest not to get involved in their tag team title match. Damian agrees and tells him to beat him and take those tag titles. So, fingers crossed. Then we come back from commercial break. The Miz talks to Braun Strowman and wishes him luck. The Miz continues to pick at the scab, and that's why Braun thinks he can't handle Bronson Reed, giving his history. And Strowman explains that it's just that you need a monster to handle a monster. So,
facts.
Yeah, which is not wrong. It's not wrong. Considering what they did in that match, which we will get to here later on. My God, me and Rafe were dying when that happened. The next match was Natalya versus Zoe Stark, representing the Pure Fusion Collective, the greatest named team ever. I seriously have a lot of questions about that name.
Hashtag Team Lesbian and Zoe Stark.
Bro.
That's what I told Cruz. I said Pure Fusion Collective. The only thing they collecting is them L's.
Yeah, bro, they're taking them fat L's. Speaking of fat L's, after a pretty decent match, Natalya picks up the win with the Schoolboy. So shout out to Natalya picking up the win over Zoe Stark. Like Rafe said, another fat L for Pure Fusion Collective. We go backstage again, this time with Rhea Ripley being interviewed until Finn Balor rolls up before she can speak. He says he's been meaning to catch up with her for a while since they broke up the Judgment Day, or they left from the Judgment Day. And he really feels like she's just as bad as Damian Priest. She said they were family, acted like they cared, but in reality, the only thing she cared about was herself. And he's sick of being blamed for everything that went wrong with the Judgment Day. And as he was saying that, me and Rafe thought about what you said last episode when you were talking about how Finn is just like whining and complaining the whole time. Which you're not wrong, because he went really he went on a whole nother level with this interaction with Rhea. And he really blamed her and Damian for what happened, for him not winning the title and everything like that.
I'm actually going to compare that to another talking segment once you get to it. So keep going.
Cruz and I were both like, it should have been Mary.
Yeah, it should have been me. It was Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me. It should have been me. Oh my god. She unloads on him about how she tried to do was make all opportunities for her family, but if they want her and Damian to be the bad guys, well, we'll see just how bad they can get. Balor says there's one more thing he wanted to say, coming from him, and this was kind of a big shocker to me. Well, not that big of a shocker, but it was kind of a surprise that kind of came out of nowhere. He says that when Liv Morgan was putting the moves on Dominic Mysterio, he was the devil on the shoulder telling him to do it. So he kind of implemented on himself, telling Dom to go after Liv the whole time.
Dirty bastard.
Everybody playing devil's advocate, man.
I know, right? For real. Jey Uso appears to ask Finn if they have a problem here, and he waves it off as two friends catching up, as he puts it. Before Rhea tells him to focus on the Intercontinental title because he's out of his league with Rhea. That was a funny little interaction when Finn was like, oh no, was it Finn or was it Rhea? I can't remember. Oh no, it was Finn, because he was talking about Braun Breaker, and he was like, he's out of your league, and Jay thought that Finn was talking about Rhea was out of Jay's league, and Rhea was like, no, not me. But that was a funny little interaction between them.
That was.
Then we come back from break as Jey Uso makes his entrance and gets on the mic. Man, that arena popped when Jay came out. It never fails, man. It never fails. That pop is insane.
We were eating right along with him.
We were. And if anybody watched the live or watched the video, you can see us eating the whole time. Dude, Joe Tessitore got into it, man. He's been killing. He's been killing it for the 3 weeks now that he's been with WWE. Dude, he's killing it. I love his passion coming through in the commentary and just him just kind of being himself, basically. So that's pretty cool. I love him and Wade Barrett going back and forth on commentary.
Wade Barrett's an idiot.
Dude, Wade Barrett, that whole show was something else, man. Especially with Dom. Oh god.
What was that Joe Tessitore was making fun of him for? He said something that Joe Tessitore.
Because during I was gonna mention this later on, but it's fine. We can bring it up now. So I think it was during the Dom Priest match, which was the main event. Mm-hmm. Wade Barrett said he went on some women's websites.
Oh yeah,
and they all voted for him. It's funny you bring that up. So he said he went on some women's websites and he saw that they voted Dom as best kisser ever. And me and Rafe made the same joke that Joe did because he told him, "What kind of websites are you visiting?" Bro, oh my god, dude, that was hilarious, man.
Oh,
dude, Joe Tessitore, friggin' mic drop of the night right there. Well,
yeah.
I say that until we talk about this promo right here with Jey Uso and Braun Breaker.
Oh my goodness, what a promo that was!
It was God. He says he got his match with Braun Breaker and he's about to get his first singles title. Yeet, and he's excited about it. Yeet. He wanted it since he came to Raw and left the Bloodline, and now he doesn't need help and can be on his own. Yeet. Dude, the whole crowd was doing that the whole time, and I told Rafe too. I was like, that kind of every time he finished the sentence and everybody said yeet, I told Rafe it kind of gave me the same vibes as Stone Cold back in the day with the what. Like every time he said something, the crowd would be like, "What?" Like it gave me the same kind of vibes as that. And it's pretty cool. Then Braun Breaker comes out, grabs a mic. he says he told Jey Uso to stay away, and yet here he is with this relentless pursuit of the Intercontinental title to prove he doesn't need his family. Braun did his homework and says 14 years in WWE is a long time. There's no doubt Jey is a big star. The fans love him and love chanting his name, but Braun managed to do more as a single star in 6 months than Uso did his whole entire career. And the kicker is he did it without his father, his uncle, or even their name. He did it all by himself because the Intercontinental Championship is his family and what he fights for. Jey says he's been on the roster for 14 years, yes, winning championships while Braun was still in diapers. Oh my god. Dude, that killed me when he said that. That killed me when he said that.
What killed me was the next part that he said.
Oh my god, absolutely. We're gonna see what Braun is made of, and here we go. This is the moment we were talking about, and this is the moment that got me and Rafe and probably everybody else that was watching this. He says we're gonna see what Braun is made of because it might end up short and sweet, just like his NFL career. Bro, I had to get up and walk away for a little bit. That guy needed some aloe vera for that sick burn he got after that. God dang, bro.
And not only did he burn him with that, he also said that he was going to dog walk his ass.
Yeah, he's going to dog walk, bro. I think we had gotten like what halfway into the show and everybody just dropping sick burns everywhere. My God, dude. God, that was absolutely my drop of the night right there when he said that.
Oh, 100%.
That was an elite one. That was freaking good.
Oh my god.
Oh no, he's taking shots in his career.
I know, right? God. Oh my god, it still hurts me, man. It hurt my marble sack.
Oh god.
This pisses Breaker off and he gets in Uso's face. Braun steps away, but it's a ruse and he drops Uso with the cheap shot, drawing him up, yelling in his face, off the ropes. Uso with the spear. Caught Braun Breaker as Braun rolls out the ring, and they kind of end it right there. And you see Jey picking up the Intercontinental title. So, and they did confirm that match will be next week on Raw for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
With this interaction, man, it begs for an interesting match next week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. We will indeed see if it will be as short as Braun's NFL career. Oh God,
he got him with that one.
Yeah, bro, he did. He ain't coming back from that one.
Yeah, cut me deep.
We go backstage to Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill hanging out when Io Sky rolls up screaming, demanding why Bianca would challenge us. Oh my God,
Jimbo's face.
Okay, to the viewers listening to this, I know Jimbo doesn't like them, but to the viewers watching this, I'll try to explain what happened with this. So we see them hanging out backstage when Io Sky rolls up screaming, demanding why Bianca would challenge Kairi Sane while she's injured and calls her a coward. Because for those who don't know, Kairi Sane still has the stitches on her eye from busting her face on the table 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it was. Jay takes issues, and Bianca points out that she didn't challenge anybody. She just got booked. And if Io's so concerned, maybe she should step up and take the match. Io Sky accepts. So the match changed to Io Sky versus Bianca Belair later on that night. Next match was for the WWE Tag Team titles. We had the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and the Human Funko Pop, JD McDonough.
Go man.
Pat McAfee's favorite wrestler of all time, JD McDonough, versus the New Day, Kofi and Xavier. Very, very pretty good match, honestly. Very back and forth between the two teams.
No doubt. Dude,
JD McDonough selling like a madman for like every single move. That giant head just getting in the way every time. We had a couple near falls. JD hit a powerbomb lift. Xavier floats over, Liger bomb. Nope, didn't get the pin after that. And of course, we had more shenanigans from the Judgment Day because they were coming out. But they got cut off by the Latino World Order, actually. And it was funny because so like everybody else came out. So it was Carlito, Liv, and Dom. And then we had Del Toro, Wild and Dragon Lee from the LWO.
Mhm.
And we were watching it, and they start to fight at the end at the ramp, and Rafe thought that one of them was gonna take a swing on Liv because she was kind of like in the middle. She was kind of in the middle, but and he's not wrong because the way the camera was angled, it's kind of like a top down view. The way it was angled is it looked like she was about to start fighting one of them. It looked like they were going to fight her. And I was like, oh God, do not tell me they're about to do like male on female like altercation right here. But no, it did not go that way. But they did drive him away. And let's see. The rest of Judgment Day came to ringside, but the Latino World Order appeared to cut him off. McDonough gets 2 off a Schoolboy. Woods rocks him with a super kick. Heads up top. Kofi dives. Takes everybody out. Woods hits the limit breaker. But the referee, blind as the refs in NFL, is busy on the floor for some reason. Because the ref, and I even pointed it out too when we were watching it, the ref is outside trying to break up the LWO and the Judgment Day. So he doesn't see what's going on. I don't know, man, dude. That ref,
is horse shit.
It was, dude. They got absolutely robbed because Woods had him right there. Yeah. Woods goes to the floor to yell at him. McDonough gets him with the sleeper, Finn off the top rope with the coup de grace, and Judgment Day retains the World Tag Team titles.
BS.
So yeah, it was a little BS. I blame the ref. That ref was crooked. He's clearly a part of Judgment Day. Not just playing. That'd be crazy though if they started a storyline with like one of the refs being a part of Judgment Day.
The crowd started chanting, "Ref, you suck! Ref, you suck!"
My God, that was the best part. Oh my God, that crowd let the ref have it after that match. Oh God. Oh yeah, but New Day straight up getting robbed here.
100%.
Yeah. Post match, as everybody kind of clears out of the ringside. We see Kofi going over to Woods to try to pick him up, and Woods just kind of brushes him off, and he's yelling at Kofi, still frustrated about them not being able to win the tag titles. But yeah, then we cut to... Oh, before we go to commercial break, we had the VHS promo from the Wyatts, which I absolutely missed when we watched the show, but I did see it on YouTube. That was so crazy. Yes.
Okay, I said I'd get to it when we got to it, and now I will. So, unfortunately, I do see a heel turn coming for Xavier, one of the more drastic and not so good heel turns. I still can't see Xavier Wood as a heel turn. So, we were talking about Finn blaming everything on them and whatnot, how, he's just, how they're trying to make him heel, but it just sounds like him whining and complaining. Right?
He's the whiny heel.
Mm-hmm. So, what Finn needs to do is he needs to link up with Xavier Woods and take some lessons on how to actually sell it. Because, as Cruz, you were talking about that, Xavier Woods was getting in the face of LWO. Mm-hmm. That sounded really passionate. That sounded like frustration and real anger, not just at them, but at Kofi as well for costing them the title and Kofi not telling him the plan and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. That didn't sound like whining and complaining. That sounded like real anger and frustration. Mm-hmm. No, Finn Balor, if you could link up with Woods around 2 weeks,
oh my God,
some lessons and whatnot,
dude,
Finn Balor would sound a little more believable instead of a little whiny McBitch. Just saying,
dude, watch Xavier join. Watch Xavier join Judgment Day. Out of nowhere.
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be a heel turn for Xavier per se. I think it's gonna be more of a face, or I guess an aggressive face, where aggressive. He just pushes to be by himself and be a singles competitor.
Yeah,
and like he's an aggressive
that'd be interesting
face. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would be. But my question on that would be: is it too late to try to make him a face? I mean, if you think about it, the New Day has been rocking it with Xavier Woods for how long now?
It'll be 10 years, I believe. Next month it'll be 10 years.
10 years. I don't know if I don't, especially with all the new up and coming superstars coming through the ranks and all the
Yeah.
great storylines. My question
Mhm.
is it too late to try to make him a face?
Eh,
Like
mm,
at this point in his career, is it too late to try to turn him face or make him a
prob
single superstar?
uh, prob
That's what I'm looking at.
probably
I,
not.
I wouldn't say no because I mean everybody thought the same thing about Kofi and he was a champ, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, true. I'll give you that. But with Kofi and Big E, likewise, before that,
Mhm.
before they became champions and whatnot, Kofi held the Intercontinental title.
Hmm.
He held the United States title and whatnot. So they were singles champions along their
Mhm.
way, along the ride to becoming the New Day and becoming one of the most decorated tag teams that there has been of the last century and whatnot.
Mhm.
But Xavier Woods, on the other hand, has just been straight uh, tag team superstar.
Jackson. Yeah.
Right.
Like I was saying, as where Kofi Kingston before him and Big E were part of the New Day, they had singles runs and whatnot with the IC title and with the United States title, as
Hmm.
where Xavier Woods hasn't had this type of success. The
Mhm.
only thing he's actually done is, of course, the multiple tag team championships and the King
Mhm.
of the Ring.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's why I raised the question.
Mhm.
Is it too late to try to turn him a single superstar?
Uh,
Mm,
go ahead, Cruz.
Probably
And
not, because I mean, they're kind of doing that with Jay right now, and Jay and Jimmy have been in WWE
yeah,
for a good
yeah,
while as
but
well.
but Jay still has all the hype.
And
Mhm.
Jay was
Even
elevated by Roman, to be honest. I mean, Roman
Yeah.
yeah,
really took
exactly,
him
exactly. It,
and brought
it,
him
it
to
took
that
it took
level.
Roman it
Mhm.
took
Yeah.
Roman getting him into that position and then him pushing him off for him to
Mhm.
get to that level and whatnot.
Yeah.
And if you look at the other hand of things and whatnot, how do you, does is there enough juice there for Kofi to be able to elevate Woods as a
Mhm.
singles competitor and whatnot? And I know you guys pointed out, look at E and look at Kofi. They both became WWE champions, and yes, they
Yeah.
did, and rightfully so. They are etched in history as WWE
Mhm.
champions.
Mhm.
But how long were they champions? Not
That's
very long.
true.
Either
That's
one of them.
true.
Both of them became WWE Singles Champions and the WWE Champion, but neither
Mhm.
one of their title reigns was very long.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm raising the question: is there enough there, and
I
is it
think
too late to push him as a singles?
I think I get exactly what you're saying, and I think it's more of, and a lot of people are probably going to think this way, that Kofi has not Kofi, Xavier, sorry. Xavier Woods has always had pretty much this same persona, this same character, pretty much as long as I can remember. And
Mhm.
for them to, after 10 plus years, push him into this aggressive type character is going to be something
Mhm.
to see how well they transition into that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not opposed to seeing it. I just hope it works because
Mhm.
he's been always been that goofy, fun type
Yeah.
person.
Well, make no mistake, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing it either. But I mean, but if you look at both Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E and whatnot,
Hmm.
Kofi's always been kind of stilly and a high flyer and whatnot. From his time before he was part of the New Day to his little Jamaican fire thing. Cruz, you remember he came into the WWE.
Mhm. Yeah.
Boom,
He
boom.
Boom.
exactly
Boom.
boom,
Boom. Yeah.
boom. He's kept that persona as from a singles competitor to would be with the New Day to back to being a singles champion, and then the Big E the same. Well, kind of the same thing. I didn't
Mhm.
actually like Big E when he first came out on the scene with Dolph Ziggler as like the
The
enforcer
body.
type
Yeah.
and
The
whatnot.
bodyguard. Yeah.
I thought Big E really found himself when he became part of the New Day because he
Mhm.
was still a big body. He still was able to throw his
Yeah.
weight around, but he was also able to tap into something that I thought he'd been missing, and that was
Mhm.
being a little goofy, a little
Yeah.
fun,
Hmm.
having a mess around in the ring while continuously enforcing himself as a powerhouse. Okay,
Yeah.
and then Xavier Woods, we've as long as we've known Xavier Woods, he is a superstar. We've associated him with the New Day,
Hmm.
a
Right.
goofy trumpet playing, pretty talented superstar. Minus
Hmm.
his little, his little ex career with who.
Oh God.
But anyway, but now and there it seems like they're trying to, like you said, Rafe, push him to this more aggressive side and whatnot. And I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I am, but I just don't see it panning out.
It's funny because it makes me think of like when they did it to Bailey and Becky Lynch
Yeah.
when they made him heel to start. They kind of got that more aggressive side,
Yeah.
and it worked for both of them. Clearly, it worked for both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's too late for Xavier, but this is probably like that same situation where um it's gonna be weird when they start it. If this is the route they're going, because I've seen people think that Kofi's gonna be the one to turn on Xavier to turn on him before Woods turns on Kofi, get him first before he gets me,
Hmm.
essentially. If this is the route they're going with Woods, where they're gonna make him heel or like a more aggressive face, like have a more aggressive style, or however you want to put it. It is gonna be a weird transition. It might take a bit to get used to, but maybe, and like you said, hopefully it does work out. But
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see
I
where
hope
this
it
goes.
does. Yeah, I
It'd
I
be
hope
think
it
very
my
does.
interesting.
my final opinion on that, I think, is if I think it could work as long as they progress it to work, I guess, if that makes sense. Like if they
Yeah.
give him the right storyline and the right
Mm,
opponents to go through it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. And the last thing I'll say on that before we move on is when Cruz, you brought up Bailey and Becky Lynch and whatnot. The only
Mhm,
thing I'll say on that front is that they were both very young in their career still when they turned them heels, and
mhm.
not just that, the heel turn for Bailey worked really well because they were able to turn her to they were able to do a really solid heel, but then she was able to turn heel face, where she was such a good heel, she became a face. And
There's
then
an aggressive
Becky
face, if
Lynch,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when Becky Lynch went heel, that I didn't really see that as a heel turn. I just saw that as
Yeah, no, it was just an aggressive turn.
a really aggressive
Yeah.
face.
So I feel like
So,
that's what they're gonna do with Woods, if anything.
yeah, but like I said, they were still very young in their careers and whatnot. Woods is not young in his career anymore.
But Big E, please come back and help them. Big E, save
I
them.
will.
The crazy thing
Moving
about the
on.
New Day was this was just a complete shot in the dark for all three of them. So the
Yeah.
fact that this panned out for all three of them
Oh yeah.
when they were so close to potentially being gone is crazy. But we'll see. We'll see how this New Day storyline turns out. But yeah, as Jimbo mentioned, do we come backstage? Kofi, are they trying to get an interview with Kofi? But he says he needs to find Woods. We find Xavier Woods yelling at the Latino World Order for getting involved and costing them the titles. Kofi says he asked them to have their back if the Judgment Day got involved, and he tells Woods what would have happened if they weren't there. Woods asks why if they never needed help before, and Kofi says that they don't have Big E anymore, and it's just them. And Xavier takes offense to when he said just them, and complains about Kingston leaving him in the dark and not sharing his plans and storms off. Then we have we were gonna have the next match, which was gonna be Bronson Reed against Braun Strowman,
Oh my
but
goodness.
my God, that turned into a whole chaotic beatdown is what that was. So Bronson Reed's already in the ring. Got Braun Strowman making his entrance, but he doesn't go into the ring immediately. He goes around the other side, then he slips into the ring and recharges at him. But Strowman sidesteps him, and Reed hits the top turnbuckle, and it goes flying off with him as he falls down, which was already a clear indication of how this is all going to go down.
Oh yeah, fell apart rather quickly.
Even the ref went down when the rope came flying
Mm-hmm.
off. Braun slams him and throws him at the ring. They're fighting on the floor, and oh my god, this is just the craziest spot ever. So I think Strowman is getting ready to do the charge around the ring. He gets to the entrance, and Bronson Reed out of nowhere throws a fan at Braun Strowman.
He said, hit a
Not a
motherfucker with
chair,
another motherfucker.
not a chair, not a trash can, not anything like that. This dude picked up a grown man and threw him at Braun Strowman. Oh my god!
Pretty much said cats.
I have seen a lot of crazy things in wrestling. We have seen a lot of crazy things in wrestling. I can probably safely say I have never seen a wrestler get hit with a fan before.
Me neither.
With a grown human from the crowd.
That was
Like, they've hit
pretty
each other
great.
with wrestlers before, but they never hit with a fan. That was crazy.
That was pretty hilarious.
Oh my god. But yeah, and then Bronson kind of staggers to the ring, the bell keeper's area, but it doesn't matter because Braun Strowman charges at him anyway and puts him right through the wall.
Oh, that was so bad.
God, that was insane. And then they just go fighting through the crowd. We see him, fighting towards the tech area. And then we got all the security and other refs try to break him up, and they kind of do for a little bit. We see Bronson kind of walking away with the security. Braun Strowman goes around the barricade, goes around towards the entrance, comes back at him, and just puts him into the crates of like the technical equipment, and so they just continue from there. And then they cut the commercial. We come back, and they're still fighting. They're still going at it. Now they're backstage by the entrance, or behind gorilla position. They're just throwing each other on top of crates, and Braun Strowman is just throwing security guards everywhere. He flips a golf cart over. Bronson Reed does a dive, puts Strowman through a table, the Schnacko table.
The snack table.
I know, right? R.I.P. the snack table. But it didn't even matter because as soon as Reed gets up, Braun Strowman gets up as well, and the piece de resistance, he spears that dude right through a wall, and they're both just laying there, just surrounded by pieces of drywall and just other equipment. And we see all the, the refs and the agents. Shout out to Jason Jordan, trying to figure out what's going on with these guys.
And Daivari.
Yeah, shout out to Daivari. Dude, goated.
Dude, I'm telling you, them two just need to make love and become a tag team already.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Oh my god, I hope that's what it leads to, man. I hope it leads to them becoming a tag team.
Imagine Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, and Braun Breaker all on the same team.
Bro, Team Braun and Brains. There's your trio right there. There's your. Then we cut to backstage with Adam Pearce as he's answering a phone call of people explaining what's going on with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in the back. Then we see Rafe's favorite wrestler of all time, Ludwig Kaiser, roll up. The Weasel, as he called him, because he genuinely looks like a weasel.
Little weasel.
Ludwig Kaiser wants to know if Adam Pearce has found a suitable opponent for Gunther. Pearce says he's still working on it, even though Sami Zayn makes a compelling case to challenge for the title. Kaiser doesn't like this, and Sami Zayn makes his entrance, and Adam explains that he's giving Sami some time to talk about it tonight. Sami gets on the mic. He talks about last week when they were in Canada and sharing the ring with Brett. And that work ethic of being a Canadian champion needs to be that guy. Gunther comes out. He says he's not on his level, but he doesn't believe that, and he doesn't think the ring general does either. Sami says he's in Gunther's head, and he knows if they fight again, he will lose. He will lose again. Kaiser makes his entrance. We all thought it was gonna be Gunther, but what the heck, man? All right, whatever, Kaiser. I guess you do whatever you want, I guess. He
Fucking
says
weasel.
Gunther. Dude, I'm telling you, man, he built like a whole weasel. He says Gunther is saving Sami Zayn from the worst moment of his life, and WrestleMania was undoubtedly the greatest night of his career. For the first and only time, Kaiser saw Sami's family looking up to him instead of looking down to him. But miracles never happen twice. So take it and run with it and enjoy it because this is never going to happen again. Sami decides to pick at Ludwig's alliance with Gunther, saying clearly he needs to succeed on his own merits and show the world what he's capable of. And does he think he's going to win respect out here as Gunther's mouthpiece? If he's going to come out here, he should at least have the ball. He should have the balls to speak up for himself. And if you look at it, Kaiser gave an interesting look when Sami Zayn said that, because you kind of saw the wheels turning in his head. Like, maybe this dude's right. This dude woke up and spoke facts. And then we get the entrance of Derek General. He says he'll as spit comes flying out. He says he'll answer Sami's challenge in a bit, but first he turns to Kaiser and asks if there's anything he has to tell him, because if there is, he should do it right now. We kind of saw a little hint that maybe something was gonna happen because it looked like he's about to take a swing at Gunther. Ludwig says there's something he's been trying to get off his chest for a very, very long time. And we thought that's when he was gonna do it, and he does. But he hits Zayn instead with the lariat. Starts hammering away at him. Picking up, hits the DDT on him. Gunther picks Sami up and tells him his answer as regards to a challenge is still a no. The ring general leaves. Ludwig goes for another DDT, but Sami pops up and DDTs him instead. Ludwig staggers into the corner, haluva kick, drops Kaiser right there. And so ends the segment. So hopefully,
what's up, Squeeze? We got Squeeze back in the chat from last night.
Hello, Squeezed. Welcome back.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us again.
Squeeze.
But yeah, I told me and Rafe were talking about that this last night. I feel like if it's not gonna be a Bad Blood, I feel like they may have the title match in Vancouver since it's gonna be in Canada again.
Yeah.
So it'll be like when he faced Roman in Canada for the title. So fingers crossed for.
Oh no! Don't make him lose in Canada twice.
Yeah, no.
That's what Rafe actually mentioned.
That's exactly what I said.
Harsh.
Like first he lost to Roman, and now he's gonna lose to fucking Gunther. Someone put a comment on one of those videos of Gunther and said, "Who would win in a match between Gunther and Walter?"
Bro, they're stupid. Oh my god,
Walter.
It's the Superman Clark Kent thing. It's like we never seen the two people. We never seen them both at the same time.
Well, I mean, it's true. It's true.
we never seen Gunther and Walter in the same place at the same time. Hey, I'm telling you, man, they make a great tag team right there. That Walter guy is a goat, man. So he can teach this Gunther kid something. Oh god. Then we cut to backstage. Damian Priest about to be interviewed. Before he can answer, Liv Morgan rolls up to talk trash over the Terror Twins. Of course. Priest says he can't believe somebody in the Judgment Day has a set, which this killed me when he told her that. He says he can't believe somebody in the Judgment Day has a set, and Liv should protect them because Rhea's gonna shove her. Oh god. Rhea's gonna shove her balls down her throat. And I died when he told her that. Oh my god. I'm telling you, man, this whole night was just utter chaos and just everybody dropping like the sickest burns on each other.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh god. Then he tells her to kiss Dom goodbye because he's gonna end him after the match tonight. The following match was Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Io Io Sky kind of trying to get momentum back for the Kabuki Warriors, or Team Waifu, as I call them.
I'm sorry, Rafe, it's my face.
Every time you say Bianca or JD, just like, ugh.
For real. It was. I'll say this. It was actually a pretty good match. I actually did enjoy it.
I wish I had a blue button.
It was very exciting. The crowd definitely got into it, so I definitely enjoyed it. Hopefully this does lead to a Belair Cargill title defense against the Kabuki waifus, as I'm calling them now.
Hey Jimbo, this is how you feel whenever we say Jade or Bianca.
The appropriate response. Oh my god.
100%.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, that was actually a pretty good match. That was actually a banger of a match.
I'm glad that Bianca lost.
Oh god. But yeah, as Jimbo just mentioned, Bianca or Io Sky gets the win by pinfall with a small package. So please, Adam Pearce, give him the title match. Please give Team Waifus a title match. Then we cut to Rhea Ripley giving Damian Priest a pep talk backstage before his match. Come back from break. Ludwig Kaiser cuts a promo on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, talking about how they turn on each other over and over again. He's gonna show he's gonna show the world Zayn is nothing but a sad, bitter man, jealous of his best friend and never world champion. Then we cut to Ilya. Then we cut to Ilya Dragunov talking to Jey Uso, wishing him luck against Braun Breaker next week. They yeet, which was so crazy to see Ilya Dragunov doing the yeet and fist bumping. It's the judge. Exactly. Yeah. Applause to Ilya Dragunov for the greatest yeet I've ever seen. Then Jay leaves, and then the Judgment Day roll up, and Finn Balor says to Ilya, says Ilya's out here yeeting with Jey Uso and speaking highly of the Terror Twins, and maybe he needs to think more closely about who he considers his friends. Dragunov fires back, saying he respects all three of them, Jay, Rhea, and Damian, more than anybody in the Judgment Day currently. Balor holds them back and says, "This is a friendly reminder, but next time the message won't be so nice." Then the Judgment Day start making their way towards.
Oh my gosh,
dude, that Discord gave us way too much power with the soundboard now.
Yeah, they did.
They gave us way too much power with the soundboard. God dang.
Look, I'm sorry, okay, but because of the whole Finn Balor thing with him sounding like a little whiny brat, every time I hear him like try to confront a superstar, kind of like the Bloodline did, all I hear is just.
I was waiting for him to play like a baby crying sound. I thought that's what he was gonna go for. It's oh my god, dude. Tell me, man, Finn is gonna get his one. Finn is gonna get his soon at Bad Blood from Damian Priest. Exactly. All right, so now, god dang, seriously, Discord, you gave us too much power with the soundboard. We're about to abuse the crap out of that soundboard.
Damn right.
So now we're on to the main event. We got Damian Priest taking on everybody's 75th favorite Mysterio. Yes, applause all around for Dominic Mysterio.
No, stop that.
Wade Barrett's favorite wrestler, apparently, according to how much he talks about him. Bro, for real. So Priest takes control early on over Mysterio. My god, the beatdown. Dude, some of the punches he laid into Mysterio looked really sick.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Straight up sat that man down. Of course, Judgment Day being Judgment Day. Having shenanigans on here. They run interference. And Dom takes.
I'm sorry. Who did you say?
The Judgment Day. Oh my god. Uh, that cricket sound. That cricket's about to be our mascot right there. I swear. Yeah, that's the unhinged cricket right there. Judgment Day run interference, and Dom slips out to the floor before he gets to avoid a razor's edge. We come back from commercial, and Priest still laying into Mysterio. Hits him with a couple elbows. Hits him with another mean right hand. But Dom starts kind of taking control. Sets him up with the tornado DDT out of nowhere. Goes for the cover. Kicks out of 2. Dom trying to get some momentum going. Hits him with the chop, but doesn't affect Damien. Damien just brushed it off like nothing. Starts getting fired up. They go back and forth for a little bit. Priest picks him up. Broken arrow. Tries to go for the pin, but Liv puts Dom's foot on the ropes. And then we also forgot to mention Rhea actually came out with Damian Priest, and this legitimately scared me. I told Rafe too when we were watching this live. Rhea Ripley comes out of nowhere and just spears Liv right over the announce table.
Yeah,
that legitimately scared me because I wasn't expecting Rhea just to. I'm just watching it, and it just out of the corner, just boom, just Rhea out of nowhere, just taking out Liv. Not only takes out Liv, but takes out Wade Barrett by accident because they kind of like roll on top of him when that happened. Oh my god!
Lucky.
Exactly. But apparently, according to Wade, he was all right, and he admitted he enjoyed it. So I mean, more power to you, my guy. I don't blame you though. So we get back into it. Of course, Judgment Day is still trying to run their shenanigans as usual. I was legit waiting for that cricket sound.
what did you say?
Oh, I was saying the Judgment Day were running back to their. There we go. There's the cricket. There's the goat. The goat to cricket. Punch to McDonough takes him down. Balor gets taken out. Super kick to Carlito. Back inside. Mysterio gets the 619. Goes up top. Misses a splash. Rolls through. Catches a mean clothesline from Priest. Priest pulls the straps down. Catches him with the South of Heaven. And he gets a pinfall right there. So congratulations, Damian Priest, for beating everybody's. Yeah, there you go. That's the appropriate sentence. Congratulations for Damian Priest for defeating everybody's 75th favorite person named Mysterio. Post match, Judgment Day back again with their shenanigans. I was waiting for the cricket. There it is. Judgment Day immediately jump Priest and start beating him down. Jey Uso tries to. You're gonna want to say that for what happens next. Jey Uso comes down to try to make the save, but doesn't see him till the last second. Braun Breaker catches him with the spear out of nowhere, and it was like bro, that was like the meanest spear I ever seen Braun Breaker hit on somebody.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So yeah, Jay's down. And the Judgment Day hit all their finishers on Rhea. On Rhea and Damien, they kind of hover over them. And that's the end of the show. That's how we close it out.
And boo indeed.
I know, boo indeed. Boo Judgment Day. Boo the ref for costing the New Day. But yay to Discord for giving us a soundboard.
Yeah.
Which I need to activate on Discord for next time. But yeah, that was Raw. Overall, like we said, it was a pretty good show. Very chaotic show. And again, everybody just dropping sick burns on everybody else. Hopefully everybody had the aloe vera ready in the back for everybody. But yeah, that was it.
They need them Savila plants.
I know, for real.
It actually works.
Oh my god.
Yeah, overall, pretty good show. I mean, this definitely does leave room for so much, especially between Jey Uso and Braun Breaker for next week's big match. I mean, I would love to see the title change hands, but
Mhm.
the title changing hands on outside of a PLE aren't very high.
Mhm.
So I feel there'll be shenanigans possibly.
Oh my god.
I feel like there will be some shenanigans from the Judgment Day.
Oh my god.
And I feel like the shenanigans from the Judgment Day will cost Jay the match and whatnot, and
Mhm.
potentially
Yeah.
set up a match at Bad Blood, which
Mhm.
is which could happen. I mean, it's the
Mhm.
PLE's 3 weeks away, so they have enough time
Yeah.
to make
Yeah, we still got
happen.
time.
Yeah.
And then with the constant attacks on Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest and whatnot, I
Mhm.
feel that they could secure some momentum going into Bad Blood, especially since
Mhm.
because of the main event uh, between Damian Priest and Finn Balor and whatnot. I feel like
Mhm.
that one's gonna get intense. So
Yeah.
there's all sorts of room for lots of things to happen,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yes, we will.
Well, well, does anybody else got anything they want to add for tonight?
No, that'll be it.
Not
Overall, it was a
really.
good show, and
Yeah, pretty good show. So far, confirmed for next week on Raw is, of course, the Intercontinental title match between Braun Breaker and Jey Uso. They also announced Sami Zayn versus Ludwig Kaiser, and Drew McIntyre will be on the show as well. So of course he'll have of course he'll have something to say. Of course he'll have something to say about CM Punk's promo from this week as we continue to march towards Bad Blood. My
Oh my
God,
god!
I swear, Discord, you gave us too much power. You gave us too much power with that soundboard. We
All
thank
right.
you for it.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I know this was an offhand. We were missing Cody and whatnot. Yeah, so claps all around. Claps all around.
Yes.
And we're missing the other half of the Twin Magic tonight, but still, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be back at you either most likely on Friday night with our follow up and our picks for this coming week of football. So be back with us and don't miss it.
we will be live again.
Yes, we will be live again. Yes, we will.
Yeah, we did mention it last night. If anybody joined the live, yeah, me and Rafe mentioned that we would hopefully, fingers crossed, that everything works properly. We'll try to go live on Friday. I believe the plan is for these guys and hopefully Cody, if he joins us. These guys will cover football, and then when I'm available, I will hop on and we'll get into some more wrestling stuff. I think we'll go over NXT and SmackDown and talk more about Bad Blood as it comes up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, y'all, again, for Unhinged and Undocumented, I'm the big man Jimbo, one half of the Twin Magic Rafe.
Appreciate you guys.
And of course, our resident undocumented man himself, Mr. Cruz.
Discord about to take that soundboard away from us, man. Just specifically us. They're gonna take it away. But that cricket is goated.
For Unhinged and Undocumented, you guys have a blessed night. Peace.